Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to Mod the Gungeon. Today I'm going to be doing a run suggested by Alduskkel. I'm going to be doing the Blockner run, which means that I have the Betrayer's Shield, Shield of the Maiden, a whole bunch of ammo, and no dodge roll. I have unmapped the dodge roll button. I do still have access to it, but it's on a different key, so I don't accidentally dodge roll. I cannot dodge roll on this run, but I do have shields at my disposal, and we're gonna try to see if we can't win and succeed on this run where I am Blockner. This would be Enter the Gungeon if instead of you starting the game under the tutelage of Ser Manuel, you were under the tutelage of Mr. Blockner. I think I like the idea behind this run because honestly, I feel like I underutilize Shield of the Maiden. I underutilize the Betrayer's Shield weapon. And this honestly gives me a little bit of an opportunity to familiarize myself with the principles of these items and maybe get a little bit more comfortable with them. So I kind of like this mini challenge here that I can't dodge roll and instead I have to rely on these shields. Now that being said, the shields are very strong because if I'm in the shield, I'm immune to bullets. So this could be a very easy run or it could be a very difficult run. It all just kind of depends on how the situation plays out. You know, I'm still gonna have to move in order to not get shot from, or to not get hit from contact damage. Explosions, I imagine, could still hit me through the shield that I'm creating in the Betrayer's Shield here. But I'm only gonna have the Betrayer's Shield gun for boss fights, for room clearing. I can't use anything else. I can't dodge roll. We do have the Shield of the Maiden. So I don't know. I honestly, I do not know if this run is going to be easy, if it's going to be hard. I don't know if I'm going to be able to flawless any of the bosses, and I'm kind of excited about that. I'm kind of excited about the opportunity of just kind of having a very weird run that changes how I play the game. I think that there are a few principles to the shield that I do kind of need to learn. Like, actually, am I immune to contact damage? No, I'm not immune to contact damage in the shield. I just wanted to test that out right there. I'm not sure if I'm immune to explosions, so honestly, if I find another grenade, I actually kind of just want to, the grenade's not gonna be there, or the shield's not gonna disappear. I kind of want to see if I, oh, well, never mind. I want to see if I am immune to shields by standing inside of the shield, because with tables, if you flip a table, you're immune to a lot of different forms of damage while the table is being flipped, while it's still in its animation. You're immune to poison ticking up. You're immune to, I think you're immune to poison damage, like even if the poison meter ticks up all the way. I feel like you're immune to most damage in the game when that table gets flipped. I'll have to do some testing about that to make sure, but I don't think the same applies to the shield. You know, I took contact damage, so I imagine that I might get hit from an explosive shot. The shield probably just blocks the bullets themselves. But it also just seems like if I really wanted to, I could just alternate the shield and keep creating it over and over again, can't I? Because this Betrayer's Shield, okay, yeah, you're not immune to explosions. This Betrayer's Shield, when it breaks, I can immediately spawn a new one, and when it breaks, it does block bullets, kind of similar to how a table that's being destroyed will block shots during its, well, destruction animation. So I feel like I might just be able to kind of stay put, stay not moving inside a shield and just keep reactivating it over and over again. You know, that would be particularly important against boss fights, against certain enemies. We'll see, we'll see. This has the potential to be a very interesting run here. Now, Alduskkel, he said that I could take other items, I could take passives, I could take actives. Well, I probably am gonna keep the shield at least. But as a result, I do wanna pick up guns before the boss fight so I can have a chance of getting a passive or an active from the boss fight. But in a situation like this, like, I think I can just, like, stand here Oh, that would have been contact damage. But you kind of saw how, like, even though this, I can't dodge roll. I tried to dodge roll, but I couldn't. That's why I had to remap the button. Even though the shield was destroyed, you know what? Just pop it. Even though the shield was destroyed, it still blocked a shot. So, I can just stand still, basically. Oh, God. And just keep reactivating the shield. Now, I can't really do it against the Trigger Twins. That's a lot of money, and Omega Bullets is really freaking good. It's a shame that this run is not going to be able to synergize with Omega Bullets at all, but whatever. So yeah, theoretically I can just stand still, keep activating the shield, and just have an infinitely renewable shield. It should work great on Wallmonger, it should work great on Kill Pillars potentially, but certain bosses that kind of chase you down, or chase me down rather, might be a little bit more difficult. So, we have some extra keys. I might as well open some chests, look for some items, and then we'll go down. I mean, honestly, we could go down to the oubliette. We have plenty of keys at our disposal, and it's going to be a brown level gun. So yeah, why not? Why don't we go down to the oubliette? I will also buy the copper amulet so that I'll have 3 blanks on the next floor. We'll have a, you know, a shield active item that I haven't been using. Armor, that's fine. It is going to take me a little bit to get used to the whole Shield of the Maiden thing. I don't really like it because, you know, I could always just dodge a shot, but if I do not have access to the ability to dodge, then I think that this is something that is useful to use. You know, as long as I activate the Shield of the Maiden and then don't shoot, WASD, the movement keys, will not break me out of the shield at all. Only dodging or pressing spacebar or shooting your weapon breaks the Shield of the Maiden and cancels the animation out of that so you can move. So I guess that could be a good option if I maybe am stuck reloading, or if I just have the wherewithal to stop firing my gun before I activate Shield of the Maiden or something. So far, you know, this run is quite strong. We have a good weapon in the Betrayer Shield. It does do a lot of damage, and I don't give it enough credit for that. We have an infinite ammo weapon, essentially. Well, not really, but any ammo drops I get are just gonna go into the Betrayer Shield. We have good defense, I suppose. Shield of the Maiden is the trickiest part of all this, but you know, I guess I don't have to use it. I want to try to get into the habit of using it because it is a good item, but see, like that, just like if the shield breaks, you just create a new one. Well, kind of screwed it up there. And the shield, you know, the shield breaks every time I go into a new room, so I don't have to worry about it, you know, preventing me from creating another shield in the next room. The big problem is just that if you spawn a shield, like on a big boss fight, and then all of a sudden you can't access the shield anymore, you're gonna be a little bit screwed. You have to wait for the shield to break before you can spawn it again, but if it's never going to break because the boss isn't next to it and not shooting it, then you're gonna have a problem. But in a room like this, you know, I know what the enemies are gonna spawn here. These guys aren't gonna break the shield. The shotgunners that spawn might, but as long as I just kind of make sure to not reload until the shield breaks, then I'm fine. So I don't know, this is kind of strange. This is kind of strong. Like, I can't actually get hit from bullets. I can only get hit from contact damage at this point. It's a strange run, but I like it. It is giving me a new appreciation for Betrayer Shield, at least. Not so much the Shield of the Maiden, but maybe I'll get used to that. Shield of the Maiden might be something that I want to use mostly on boss fights, you know? Because on a boss fight, I might run into a situation where I can't activate the shield because maybe I've moved away from it and it's still intact. The boss isn't shooting at it anymore. But the Shield of the Maiden can still be used for a little bit of protection. Maybe in a room like this as well, you know, because I can't actually go and get to my shield anymore because I have to run around and shoot these frickin' snipers. But veterans, Uzi Bulletkins, not a frickin' problem. They can't do anything to me. This is weird. I like it. I like weird. Now, the Betrayer shield might start to get a little bit underpowered in the future, but for now it is acceptable. I should definitely not be leaving my shield, but again, I have Shield of the Maiden. If ever I need to use it, I just have to remember to stop shooting. Because I think if I'm holding down the fire button and I pop Shield of the Maiden, then the Shield of the Maiden will just essentially deactivate immediately. I'll lose the charge on it, I won't really get any invincibility, and then I'll get shot, you know? Also, what am I doing? Stay next to the shield. It's in my nature in Gungeon to want to be dodging and moving around and circling enemies, because honestly, that's really what you should be doing, is keep moving. But with this Betrayer shield, it's actually my best interest not to move. It's in my best interest to just stand still, which is kind of strange. Now, I can't stand still when there's a frickin' blob, but... You know, certain enemies, like Leaden Maidens, they should be really easy to handle with this, because even though the Leaden Maiden will be firing a lot of shots that will all be homing in on me, again, when the shield is destroying and the shield is kind of poofing into a cloud of smoke, during that time it still blocks bullets and I can spawn another one. So as long as I time my reload correctly, we should be fine. As long as enemies are not trying to do contact damage to me, I'm actually in a pretty good position. So this is weird. This is weird, but it's working. How much ammo does this thing normally have? Like 400 ammo? 350, I believe, in the Betrayer shield, isn't it? That's not a lot. But honestly, I could see this being useful for certain room encounters, certain boss fights, maybe. There's another grenade somewhere. Shield of the Maiden, though, I am a little bit wary of it, because many times in the past I've tried to use Shield of the Maiden and cost myself damage instead of prevented it by you know, trying to use the shield thinking I'm going to be invulnerable to shots, but you know, maybe I was slightly moving, maybe I was coming out of a dodge roll and it didn't activate, maybe I was holding down the trigger and you know, accidentally disrupted the shield itself. But this seems rather strong right now. I mean, the gun itself is also just like pretty good. It doesn't really have that much of a clip capacity to it. You know, you can only fire like, what is it, 12 shots before it has to reload. It takes kind of a while to reload, but I guess its damage output overall is actually pretty good because you can just hold down the trigger and let it go. It is automatic, has a fast fire rate, but with 350 shots, that isn't necessarily gonna last for a long time. I don't know. TLDR, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the gun. In a room like this, though, it's pretty good, right? You just wait for the shield to break, then you reload. Then you wait for the shield to break, then you reload. As long as you do it correctly, like apparently, nothing can ever hurt you. Okay, I can see this being nice. I might even be able to see this working on like the Blobulord fight, right? Because the Blobulord and a lot of enemies and a lot of bosses, they'll approach you, but they won't touch you. They'll approach you to a point and then they'll stop moving towards you anymore. So maybe that's kind of what I want to do. Grenade launcher. I mean, I like that it's a gun, so I have another chance of a passive active. Maybe that's what I should do, is just get up close to the boss, pop the shield, and then just stop moving. You're not doing that though. You're moving. Oh, I almost got hit there because I tried to move. Okay, that doesn't work. I can't dodge, so I actually do have to use the shield here. Just wait for it. Want to wait for it to break before I pop the reload. Oh, God. Ah! No, I lost my shield. Okay, this is where Shield of the Maiden comes into play then. So yeah, the blob, I guess the blob is, oh god, not one of those enemies that will, oh no. No! Ah, god damn it, I can't dodge roll, and I lost my shield. Although, maybe it did. No, it's still there! God damn it. So the blob, I guess the blob is one of those enemies that will just come towards you and touch you. I guess because I guess it is a blob, so it is just doing what it's programmed to do. But like, I'm thinking of like the Cannon Balrog, because Cannon Balrog will not touch you. Cannon Balrog will get close to you, get to a certain distance, and then stop approaching you. This blob does not follow that same logic. The blob here does seem to want to touch me inappropriately. Should we go and try the Old King? I mean, the Old King is another boss that I believe won't try to touch me, so maybe I could. Also, I had fucking blanks. I should have blanked on the the Blobulord fight. I just forgot about it because it's like, well, I'm only using shields. No, I still have 3 blanks remaining. Don't forget the blanks. Anyways, yeah, I think that for some bosses it'll work. Blobulord, I guess, is not one of them. Blobulord, he is a blob. Blobs like to touch you. Ergo, he's programmed to touch you. Correctly, you know, I'm not saying that that's a mistake. I think that thematically it's appropriate because he is a blob and he does want to try to touch your bits, you know? Ironically, also, we actually have like a really good run for defeating the Old King. We have multiple explosive weapons, a very efficient weapon in the shotgun. This would be like a pretty easy Old King flawless if we weren't dealing with only Betrayer's Shield and no dodge rolls, because, you know, Glacier is really good at defeating the Old King, breaking his bullet patterns. I have a backup grenade launcher. But we're just gonna be doing it with the shield. And you know, we have an extra blank per floor. Oh, and a Mega Bullets with the grenade launcher would do incredible damage against the Old King. So we would actually have a fantastic run against him if we were using the grenade launcher, but we're not. We're just using Betrayer's Shield, and the last bullet of the clip here will do double damage, which is kind of unfortunate. It's not a very good synergy, but it is a benefit to having that passive item, I suppose. But for everything else, for the room clearing, like, as long as there's no blobs or grenades, I guess I just kind of stand still. I'm not standing still here because it's just like a couple of simple enemies. I'm just gonna run up to him and try to kill him. Should be only the Gunslinger left wherever he is. So this is interesting. This is very interesting so far. If I've learned anything from the Blobulord fight, it's that I do need to be a little bit more careful about... Oh man, this is actually quite good. I do need to be a little bit more careful about making sure that I... Ooh. Am correctly... Oh, contact damage. I didn't even see it. It was underneath the shield. You telling me the shield doesn't block the spawner? No, that'd be a little bit too strong. Well, I guess we're not gonna go fight the Old King. That's okay. That's a little silly way of taking damage, though, getting hit by an enemy spawning, but what can I say? I didn't see him spawn. He was inside of me. Ah. I have to stop running away from the shield, because the shield is the thing that's keeping me alive. I mean, I did it there, but it was a calculated maneuver. I guess I would like to fight mimics, because fighting a mimic means that, you know what's... Is a teleporter in here? Totally is. I guess fighting a mimic is what I want, because if I fight a mimic, then I don't have to go buy some keys. Might as well go and see if that's Matman or something in the future, because I really just have no need for, you know, opening a brown chest, really. Let's see what the other chest is, though, first. And again, I do want to try to buy or pick up a gun before the boss fight, so I have a chance of getting another, like, active item. What I need is a faster reload, because a faster reload means that I can potentially activate the shield a little bit more frequently. You're kind of seeing it sometimes against like those yellow mages. If I try to stand still, I can just keep reloading out of their attacks, but they're getting close to penetrating my shield. I guess that's why I have the Shield of the Maiden, isn't it? Excuse me. Shield of the Maiden here is for when I maybe don't have the shield ready on the Betrayer's shield. I have to dodge roll this. I mean, this is why I still have the dodge key on my mouse. It's just a different button, so I don't accidentally hit it and do a dodge roll. Ooh, I like this. Probably gonna find a few mimics here. None. Well, I mean, we're gonna open chests. Alien engine. Good secret room finding weapon, and also it means that I can fight the boss right now. There are a few keys in the shop. I'm gonna buy those. I kind of honestly want to buy scope. I want to buy Table Tech Rage. Wish I had a way of stealing. But let's buy the keys, and then we'll buy... I mean, what's our spread look like? It's kind of a big spread. I wouldn't mind getting an accuracy upgrade. Let's get that. And then let's open a couple more chests. Dodge roll. Dodge roll. It's gonna suck if I accidentally try to hit the right mouse button and then just dodge roll into a pit or something. Bundle of wands. I guess we do have some weapons that we could gun munch for one reason or another. We've got a lot of guns. Like, this is a really good run. Oh, right, I forgot about this guy. This is a really good run if I wanted to just use Omega Bullets, because we have the sling, we have the grenade launcher, we have good synergies with Omega Bullets. Hell, even Bundle of Wands, it goes through 6 shots very quickly, so this essentially just has 7 shots. It's a good run. It's a good run. Kind of a little bit wonky with the Betrayer's shield, though. I can't access that shield because, you know, Gorgon. Poison. And I don't need the shield for this part. I guess it is still useful to break some bullets, but I have to keep the shield between me and the Gorgon when I accidentally spawn it before the Gorgon does the poison attack there. You know what? This is what the shield's for, isn't it? Might as well, because you're dead. I mean, luckily we got the Gorgon, because the Gorgon's a pretty easy second floor boss. We get another amulet. 4 blanks per floor is very nice. You know what? I can't dodge roll. Let's wait a second. We have guns to gun bunch, I suppose. Could look for a secret room. No key, because I was an idiot and opened a blue chest instead of opening up the thing I said I was gonna open up. But let's get rid of the grenade launcher, I suppose, because that is a green tier gun. And let's get rid of alien engine. Why? I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll get something that's kind of interesting. Maybe we'll get something that's thematically appropriate. Maybe we'll get the heroin. That's pretty good. I guess we'll leave now. I don't think I can afford the Table Tech Rage, just slightly too expensive. Might as well go up here and destroy the brown chest. If I get lucky, I'll get like a 5-cent credit piece out of it, but no, we didn't get anything. All right. I mean, I could have gotten, or I could have picked up Table Tech Rage, but I love getting permanent stat upgrades in Gungeon. And I know that accuracy doesn't seem super important, but if I'm only going to be using the Betrayer, I'd like to have it a little bit more accurate so I can kill things at range. You know, I can stay in a shield, not move, not dodge at all, and then just be able to kill things at this weapon's maximum range. And granted, the weapon doesn't have a superb maximum range, but it's good enough to, you know, hit the Mind Flayer, probably. And I use that as an example because that's honestly where I often see a need for larger ranged weapons. Oh, coolness, right. Coolness plus the shades, or I guess just the shades. They give us coolness. Were we firing faster during that? I couldn't tell, but it seemed like I was actually firing at a faster during that slow-mo. Kind of like with what happens with a Table Tech sight. Not that we, you know, we're firing 3 times the bullets, but that we actually were technically firing faster due to the slowdown. I don't know. Either way, it's a good run. It's a good gun. Good for room clearing. You know, maybe if by the time I get down to the bullet hell floors, I'll start appreciating this gun even more and start thinking, hey, Betrayer Shield, good for bullet hell, good for the forge. We'll absolutely do a room of combat here. Let's get a reload already. Would like to try to deal with the mages as soon as possible, I believe. Good. I feel like I do kind of need to prioritize targets a little bit more. It's like, what enemy has the most bullet helly attacks? And it's the mages, and those are the ones that I have to kill first, I think. Mages, then the shotgunners, then, you know, Uzis, veterans. Like, it actually even killed that Killathin pretty quickly. And why do I have full? I have full ammo because of ammo synthesizer. Lovely. I don't like this. I need to get inside the shield. Oh, it blocks lasers. That actually makes it a really nice weapon, I think, for the mines here. You know, in the past I have taken damage from lasers while trying to do no-hit runs, so maybe a Betrayer Shield could keep me a little bit safer. I just have to remember to keep looking at the shield and making sure that I'm spawning it whenever it's breaking. And of course, making sure that I am staying next to it. Because if I'm next to the shield, I can always run back into it if I need to. So like, this room, you know, why don't I just like create a shield? And then stay inside of it, keep myself safe. I took damage on this room on a no-hit run once. I was very sad about it. I could be like walking into the room and immediately pop the shield, but that would require me to spend time reloading as my first action in the room instead of just firing as my first action in the room. And I think it's more important to, you know, try to kill one enemy and then pop the reload. It's working so far. I suppose I should also keep these green level guns that I'm picking up. There's no real reason to gun munch them. I'm not going to be using them either way. Yes, maybe I can get something that's thematically appropriate, but I could also just save them, and then if I have the opportunity to sell them in the future, sell more of those guns for more value, you know? But I think getting that scope was a good idea because I'm noticing that, yes, I'm walking into rooms, some of these rooms have tables, but I'm not utilizing the tables that often because what I'm doing right now is I'm just hiding. You know, I'm not moving around, dodge rolling between tables, trying to abuse the iframes that you get from the tables. I'm not, you know, using them as cover. I have the shield, so I'm not moving when I walk into a room. So honestly, you know, the Table Tech Rage, it's a good item, but it's also a little bit finicky to use in this situation because I would have to move around to use it. I don't want to do that. I want to stand still. It's in my best interest to not move. So yeah, I think that scope is a good purchase. And again, the scope kind of enables me to be a little bit more stationary because I don't need to move around. I can hit enemies with a little bit better at range. So yeah, this is an interesting run. Third floor boss might be a little bit difficult depending on what it is. Have we picked up a gun on this floor? Yes, we picked up a banana. So let's just... let's open a frickin' chest, who cares? Yeah, maybe the next floor is gonna have a frickin' black level chest or something, but hey, Super Space Turtle. That's a very nice little handy familiar to have. I can just hide behind the shield and you can go kill things. And this is one of those situations where the Betrayer's Shield is probably just like really good against the Mind Flayer. I think I've come to that conclusion once in the past, but I never had an opportunity to really test it effectively anyways. But yeah, you just kind of hang tight. Claymores might be a bit of a problem because I can't dodge roll, so I might just have to pop some blanks or something. Good. We do have a lot of extra blanks per floor, so using them is not a problem. And here, just fire. You know, once your shield starts to get cracked a little bit, then wait. Make sure that you can activate it again. It's you, isn't it? I need to move. But I gotta stay right next to the shield. As long as I'm activating the shield appropriately, like, this boss can't really hurt me all that much. Uh-oh, shield's gonna break. Yeah, that was like really easy. Okay, I'm understanding this gun. It's a pretty good gun. Ooh, Zorgun is actually really good. It is an A tier gun, I believe. Is it worth gun munching? Probably not. Probably not because it's pointless. You know, what do I care if I get another A tier gun? I might as well save it and then maybe get like, I don't know, a cell creep or something in the future. Suppose we should blank. I wasn't paying attention. Maybe I already found the secret room or not, whatever. And again, I'm not really using Shield of the Maiden. I'm just using Betrayer's Shield because that shield is effectively infinite as long as you time the reload correctly. So this is very unusual. Well, it's not really that unusual. It's... that's not good. My familiar's bullets get destroyed by my own shield? That seems very ineffectual. And actually, there he goes. I was gonna say, he wasn't like walking towards enemies, but now he is. So I guess what I should do is try to get my first reload a little bit further into the room. Oh God. Yeah, I think what I need to do is get that first reload a little bit further into the room. Shit. Shield's gonna break in a second. Just make sure to activate it again. Red Mage is normally a pain in the ass, but I just gotta wait. I gotta wait to kill him if I can't kill him quickly. I can still dodge. I can still dodge the yellow mage shot a little bit. I gotta be careful about popping that shield. You know, I don't really want to pop it in front of Super Space Turtle because I'm gonna block his shots for some reason. Well, I guess I'm stuck here. It's probably, you know, not beneficial to have Super Space Turtle breaking my shield, but you know, I can position myself a little bit better as long as I'm just trying. That helps a great deal, trying. Super Space Turtle's a good boy. He's fine. He's a nice helper. I don't like this. I don't know if that thing would have actually done like contact damage, but he would have tried to rush me down. Unfortunately, I can't really move. Because I gotta stay by the shield. Until it breaks, it's my only defense. I guess it's nice to have a Super Space Turtle. There we go. Is it cheating? No. Alduskkel said I could take passives. I'm gonna take passives. And Super Space Turtle's fun. Everyone loves the turtle. Everyone loves the turtle. So this will theoretically block the laser. I could just stand here. Oh. Let's try to get a few hits in on him first. Well, we're never gonna know that. For certain, if it's gonna block the laser. I think it will. You know, it blocked the laser from... Whoa, what the heck? What laser did it block? Oh, the mines in the 3rd floor, the debts. That's right, I remember now. So flak bullets, I guess it is a good pickup. It might make the shots have a little bit more effective range because they will split at range instead of just kind of be stationary. Be stationary instead of explode. Disappear. Gotta dodge this. So if we have extra money left over at the end of this, something worth considering buying. Yeah, okay, I understand, I think, the sunglasses a little bit better now. I actually do fire faster during that slow-mo period. You can tell because the shots coming out of my gun are close together. They're closer together than those shots are. Super Space Turtle, what the fuck are you doing? So sunglasses actually can improve your DPS a little bit. I still don't really enjoy them though because, you know, honestly, you're probably better off being a little bit more defensive than a little bit more offensive. You know, you're losing a small percentage of your DPS not having the sunglasses, but you know, you don't have to worry about the weird temporal slowdown effects that are gonna make it harder to dodge in certain situations. Let's try to be a little bit better about moving around. Gonna have to, yep, do another reload. And you know what? Yeah, okay, it broke. I'm glad it broke because I needed it to. Ooh, oh. Okay, good. I should have just hidden behind the pillar, you know. Not to let Super Space Turtle kill the Agonizer, but to make the Agonizer not be able to hit me, to be able to keep my shield up for a little bit longer. I don't really like this because I have to keep moving because of the blob. I want to get to my shield. Super Space Turtle, stop breaking my shield, you son of a bitch. You really do want to get away from him as soon as possible when you walk into a room. Gee, what a jerk. Flak shots, that'll be like, what, 80 credits? You know, worth buying, yes, but I got them both. I can still flip tables. I guess it depends on what's gonna be in the shop, and we are gonna get to the shop right now. Ah, I almost took damage there. Walking diagonal slows you down a little bit. Crown of guns, a couple of Guan stones, a key, a blue chest, a green chest. How much is flak bullets? Ooh, a secret room. I would have never looked there for a secret room. Have to dodge. Picked up a gun, which is great. I've been astoundingly lucky on this run. Every floor I've picked up a gun before the boss fight. That's kind of a little bit unusual, honestly. Right, I forgot what I was doing. It's kind of unusual, but it's actually really nice because by picking up guns, I have a chance of getting a passive active from the boss fight itself. How much is flak shots? Do I have 30 credits remaining for a key? Oh yeah, 54 credits. I thought it was gonna be like 80. I guess the game doesn't really consider this a super amazing item. I mean, it's, you know, it can come around and bite you in the butt. It's not super amazingly, outstandingly awesome, but it's acceptable. It is a small damage upgrade if you can, you know, have the flak shots actually hit an enemy, but it's also just a damage upgrade at range. Because if your shot dissipates, it will still split into shots that do a little bit of damage, so it can be a little bit useful for me. It is gonna be a wallmonger fight. I will try my best to handle this fight appropriately. Try to shield whenever I need to, whenever I can. Just wait for it to block, or for it to pop. Ah. Need to be a little bit more careful about when I reload. Is this just like the best gun in the game? You are so freaking defensive with that shield. Come on, destroy the shield, good. Like, nothing's hitting me because nothing can hit me. Everything is just getting blocked. Okay, I mean, we did it. We killed the wallmonger. Didn't use very much ammo. Surprisingly, I also have not needed, like, any ammo drops. I mean, I know I just took one for the Betrayer shield, but, like, I've been using this gun constantly. And, oh, you know what it is? Oh my, I'm an idiot. I'm a freaking moron, man. I apologize for being stupid. You wanna know what the problem is? The problem is I have ammo synthesizer. And 3 Ancient Heroes bandanas. Ammo synthesizer gives you a percentage back when you get a kill, but because I have, you know, 22,000 shots in this gun, because this is the only gun I can use for the run, I'm getting 1,000 ammo back whenever it activates, and I get, you know, the ammo recovery from frickin'... we already found the secret room, let's leave. Whenever I get the ammo activation out of ammo synthesizer. So that's why I keep having full ammo for this gun. In my head, I was like, oh, it only has 350 max ammo, but it's really efficient for some reason. I'm getting like, you know, 5 ammo back every time I kill an enemy, but it's like, it's working. I'm a moron, man. I apologize. But I'm back. I am in command of my faculties once again. Flak shots I don't think get absorbed by the red mages, so that is, you know, another possible benefit to having the item is that if it does protect you from those shots, protect you from having them suck up and absorb your shots, then maybe it can be effective at taking them out. We'll keep using the Betrayer shield here. You know, it's gonna be good for the Forge because any Ashen Bulletkins that spawn out of the walls, you know, they can still do contact damage if they walk up to you, but they can't shoot you in the back if you've got a shield up all the time, right? Like, I don't have to worry about hiding in order to get the kills. I can just keep shooting and things will eventually die. Gotta worry about that guy because he does contact damage. Still have yet to really use Shield of the Maiden, but I've used it a couple times. I used it on the Blobby Lord fight once. That's not a couple times, it's one time, but... God, I hate you, Super Space Turtle, sometimes. My worst Super Space Turtle memory is actually from Challenge Mode, from DD20, from Daisuke, however it's pronounced, from his Challenge Mode. When it was, was first in beta and Dodgeroll Company was asking people to test out the content before it was properly released. I actually had a run where Super Space Turtle killed me. I was killed by the turtle. It was just like a weird glitch with unfriendly fire where his shots were unfriendly to me, and I was just dodging, and I was like, why am I taking damage? And he killed me! The jerk killed me! So I'm honestly not surprised that he has decided to change factions and is destroying my shield whenever he hits it. I think I have to move. Because I don't think this mage teleports, actually. And as a result, I actually have to move out to kill him. I always expect him to teleport, but he never does. He doesn't have that ability. He just reads from the book. Might as well. But that's an acceptable use of the dodge roll. Now this should be fantastic. It should completely break the spectral gun nut shots. So that's a good use of the shield right there. And there's gonna be more spectral gun nuts here. Now I'm kind of out of range of him, but again, I have flash shots. I can actually make it work a little bit. This is an interesting run. But it's working, which is kind of weird. I guess flak shots are a bit of a damage upgrade even if they hit their target, because they kind of, when they hit a wall, they all bounce directly off of the wall, but when they hit an enemy, they kind of bounce in random directions. I don't know if that means that the flak shot can hit the target that you just hit. You know, if I'm shooting this flame blobulon, will one of the flak shots that intersects him actually be able to do damage or something? I don't know. I can't dodge. I was debating this room. I was like, hey, I can't really kill the necromancer unless I kill all of the bulletkin first, but I'm gonna have a skeleton on my side. Should I dodge to the other side to try to kill the necromancer? And I decided against it. I decided to try to just fight this skeleton, but it was far too close quarters for that. I should have probably done something else. Like, not get out of the shield, stand in the shield, the entire point of the shield, you know? Yeah, it's not good. I hate this room with the fucking thwomp. I need to find a more consistent way of dealing with this room, because I take damage on this room more often than I'd like to admit. There's got to be a better way of doing it. Well, I know what the better way of doing it is. Don't activate the thwomp. You're safe if you stay down there, but as soon as you activate that thwomp once, he's gonna be a problem. You have multiple ways of handling the room. Activating the thwomp is not one of those ways. I'm also curious if the jam shots do more damage to the shield. Because it seems like it's number of shots, not quality of shots. Quantity over quality, you know. Try not to light myself on fire. I don't want to have to try to remember to dodge roll with the correct button in order to put out the fire. This is an interesting idea. Just use, oh! It didn't work. I was gonna say, use the shield to break the bullets when they're spawning out of the spawners, but it didn't work. It still hit me. That's strange. That makes me wonder, what would happen with, like, LJ? Like, if the Lord of the Jammed flew inside of me in order to try and swing his scythe at me in order to hit me, would the Betrayer's Shield block it or not? Because it didn't block the bullet coming out of the spawner. Which I guess does tell me one thing. Well, actually, no, it doesn't tell me anything. I was gonna say, it tells me that the shield doesn't grant me invincibility when I'm standing inside of it, it just breaks bullets that hit the shield. But it could just be that how the game acted is it spawned the bullet, detected that it was going to hit me, and then just kind of bypassed the check on the Betrayer Shield or something, which I guess is possible. We are not gonna be able to afford that. Let's just buy the blank. No keys either. This was a blank shrine, so let's fight the boss. We're not gonna get a gun out of fighting the boss, so we might as well do it now. And then we'll use excess blanks on the blank shrine. If we get a brown chest, the brown chest might have a key, which would have let me open these chests, so we should do it in the correct order, which is that. Anyways, these shots are not that bad with the Betrayer Shield, although they do bounce off of it, which is kind of unfortunate. I would prefer them to just be destroyed, of course. But this is just ideally, it's just gonna be another boss fight where I literally just stand still, you know? I'm actually just gonna wait to reload. Now, I don't know if I could kill the dragon in 350 shots normally, you know, because we have Ancient Heroes bandana, but maybe. You know, we could get partway through the fight at least with one Betrayer's Shield ammo drop. Maybe if I had some sort of like a damage upgrade that worked with it. Gotta remember that I do have Shield of the Maiden. Hasn't really been necessary though. I've realized that I do need to kind of time my reloads. As a result, I haven't needed to use the shield in order to block shots at all. Now I could move. I could always move and then use the Betrayer's Shield, not the Betrayer's Shield, the Shield on the Maiden to kind of protect myself for a bit. But that's been unnecessary. Now I can use the Betrayer's Shield and, oh, I can't dodge. So here's what we're gonna do. Wow, that worked. I am actually surprised that the Betrayer's Shield allowed me to get through the entire dragon phase. I gotta make sure that I'm timing the reload correctly. I don't care about wasting ammo because I have infinite ammo essentially. I just have to do the reload correctly. I'm impressed. I'm impressed that the base reload speed of the Betrayer's Shield is good enough that I can do this on the second phase of the dragon fight. I'm also impressed that the Betrayer's Shield breaking gives you enough time to make it work. I almost messed up the timing there, but I didn't, luckily. Okay, dragon dead. I think we flawlessed every boss except for the Blobulord. Yeah, Blobulord hit me once because I wasn't yet used to the Betrayer's Shield item. We have 5 extra blanks. I will waste 1 activating the blank shrine. I say waste 1 because we only have 2 amulets. But I want to open a chest. I want the chest to have a key. There we go. Now we can open the green chest on this floor. And I will pop the last one. And another key. And Casey. Yeah, you tell me if there's gonna be a gun fairy in there. Yo, that was pretty good. We can open both chests. We get the trash cannon out of 1. This is gonna be a green level passive active. I'll keep the shield if it's an active item, but admittedly I'm not using the shield that often, but I might use the shield eventually. Yeah, dude, this actually works. Chance bullets is actually a pretty good pickup here. let me just really quickly think about what I want. Like, I don't want the shotgun. I want glacier shots. I want slingshots. I want bananas. I want Zorgun bullets. I don't want Phoenix shots. And I don't want wind-up gun shots. And I don't want Casey shots. And I don't want trash cannon shots. Everything else is fine. I want to control what chance bullets I get, you know? Like, Moonscraper is always acceptable. There's a banana. That's acceptable. I want to get, like, glacier shots, but it's not working. I unfortunately gun-munched... There's a frost giant. I unfortunately gun-munched the grenade launcher. That would be another good one to have here. Oh, I just had to sneeze. Excuse me. But yeah, I don't want shotgun, because when chance bullets activates, shotgun will not fire a full blast. It's only going to fire one pellet. And that's not very effective. One shot from the betrayer, one pellet from the betrayer, one bullet from the betrayer will do more damage. Same thing I think with the wind-up gun. So I figured I might as well just, oh, I thought I had the reload. I actually couldn't see the shot coming in at me. It's unfortunate that that shot grubber actually could do enough damage to break the shield in one go. That's probably why I couldn't see the frickin' bullet, because of the Moonscraper shot. It's blocking my vision a little bit, isn't it? Wow, I turned him into a... Right, my shield isn't here, it's over there. I've been mishandling this floor, but I have to learn how to use Betrayer Shield on the floor. So stick with the shield. Got a lucky transmogrification off of the... whatever gun it's called. Which I've already forgotten what it is. Occasional banana shots, you know what? If that gives me an advantage off of the sunglasses, sure. I'll accept it. I'm getting a lot of activations of Moonscraper. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, stay within the shield. If we come across a shot grubber, use the Shield of the Maiden, because that's the only way that I'm going to be able to, like, fully block those shots. Because the, Oh, get back into the shield! Oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. The Shield of the Maiden is going to be the only thing that blocks all of the shot grubber shots, so I need to actually be wary of that. Well, now I can stand here, but... I understand. I'm making mistakes. I'm taking damage. I have to, again, learn how to properly use this kind of combination of items I have. It'll take me a little while to figure that out. I have to treat this floor slightly differently than I've been treating the rest of the floors due to shot grubbers and my innate desire to move and to dodge, to get out of the way. What? I actually don't know what hit me there. It must have been one of my shots from the Betrayer Shield that was chance bulleted, got sucked in by the red mage, and then he shot it back at me, and then somehow that managed to do damage to me. I'm actually not sure how, but... Oh, I didn't have the Shield of the Maiden activated. I tried to use it actually, but it wasn't charged yet. Maybe it was like a flak shot penetrating the Betrayer Shield, or maybe it was like an explosive. I don't have anything that pierces, I don't think, so I don't know what that could have done it. How that could have done it. Does Zorgun pierce? I don't think Zorgun pierces. How could that red mage have hit me through the Betrayer Shield? I don't know. I guess that's also one reason why I don't necessarily like trying to rely on the Shield of the Maiden, because if it's not active and you think it's active, you will take damage. It does come back pretty quickly. You know, it does recharge very quickly. I need to get inside my shield. It does recharge very quickly, the Shield of the Maiden, but maybe that's not quick enough in certain situations. Like we saw there with those yellow mages. Now I was kind of an idiot because, you know, I didn't really do a lot of damage before I tried activating it again, but I'm trying to, you know, look around and see where the shots are coming in from. I'm not looking at the bottom left corner to see if the frickin' icon is colored. Unfaded. It's okay, though. We're still doing fine. We have a ton of HP. We've gone, honestly, longer than I would have expected, taking very little damage. Not no damage, but little damage. You know what? Let's just activate the shield here. Yes, my shield's gonna break, but nothing can hit me as long as I just stand in the hallway with the shield active. Another one of those jerks. I've learned my lesson. Keep moving or be prepared to activate Shield of the Maiden. Maybe that's what I should be doing, is don't rely on Shield of the Maiden, but don't fret using it, you know? There are some situations where it is beneficial, and I think against those, oh, come on, the moon scrapers. Against those shot grubs, that's one of them. I gotta keep moving because that's a Blobulon. He is going to try to get me. Oh! No! I don't know where my shield is, but it's not here. Where is it? I've been running around so long. I've lost track of it. Where's my freaking shield? Surely some bullet somewhere has popped my shield and I can reload. Where the hell is it? Oh, it's all the way over there. I wasn't even paying attention. You're a sad boy if you lose track of that shield. You got him? You don't got him. You know what? Since I can't dodge roll, might as well pop the shield once. Where's my shield? Oh, right. I remember now. I walked into the room, there were a lot of blobs, I activated a shield. I just keep forgetting about what the hell I'm doing. Just gonna... Actually, I don't need to wait. Whenever I get like a full heroin charge shot out of chance bullets, I'm very happy about that. Back up to full health. All right. Shield's gonna be really good against this jerk. Although I wish that he had died a little bit faster than that even. I will admit, I love getting the Bundle of Wands. I had to look at the icon to remember what it was called. I do like getting the Bundle of Wands transmogrification shot. Wait. The shield blocks contact damage? That is fantastic. I didn't realize that. I honestly didn't. I thought that I would have gotten hit from that Blobulord. I wanted to... Or Bloodulord. I wanted to see what would happen, and to my surprise, I avoided damage. Ah, the boss fight. That's actually really good to know. It's probably not gonna work against the green Poisbulins because they might create creep underneath you, and by creating creep underneath you, you could get hit in that fashion. But still, it's actually kind of really interesting to know that it does block contact damage from those enemies at least. Maybe it doesn't block all contact damage from everything, but against them, that's pretty good, right? Just gonna wait a quick second. Probably didn't need to wait, but I did anyways. Also, chance bullets, helping out a great deal here. Occasional explosions, occasional moon scraper. Uh-oh. Leave. Leave. I wanted to leave because I wanted to make sure that the shield was dissipated before I walked into the next combat arena, which is Lich Phase 2. I've had glitches before with the shield not the shield, but with certain. Oh God. Just wait for this. With certain effects not dissipating properly between combat arenas. Oh. Should just use the shield and kind of protect myself. Let Super Space Turtle do a lot of the work. I keep trying to be like fancy with it and be cute with it, when what I should be doing is just using the shield. That's what it's there for. Use the shield, block some shots, recharge Shield of the Maiden. Really? Lich Phase 2, that's when I'm gonna start appreciating the Shield of the Maiden? It is pretty nice, it is pretty useful. This should protect me from this phase. You know, I don't need to activate the shield 24/7. The shield will be destroyed. Just wait for it to be destroyed. Okay. I actually wanted to do that on purpose. I wanted to try to destroy as much of the rocket as possible. Okay, Lich Phase 3, that's a lot better. Okay, yeah, so for Lich Phase 2, I can definitely see the need for that Shield of the Maiden, because you can't really, there's so many bullets coming out that you can't really use the Betrayer's shield all the time. There is still gonna be some time where you can't reload fast enough, unless you have a reload upgrade potentially. So the Shield of the Maiden actually does make a little bit of sense there. That was a very interesting run. It was a good run to kind of experiment, test, familiarize myself with the Betrayer's Shield. Maybe in the future, when I get that item, I'll be like, hey, I should keep this. I can use this to flawless some of the bosses, maybe a little bit more easily than otherwise I could. And if I'm on a different run, I won't need to rely on Betrayer's Shield. I could switch off to something else. You know, I could use... excuse me, you know, I could use the sling, I could use Bundle of Wands for, you know, better DPS, and then when my shield breaks, switch back over to the Betrayer's Shield. I could... I wonder if you activate the manual reload, I'm gonna test something really quickly. If you activate the manual reload on Betrayer's Shield and then manually switch weapons, will you be able to repeat that process and keep getting a new shield? I wanna test that really quickly. Give Betrayer Shield. Just wanna see what happens. So, I hit reload. Okay, I hit reload, and then I switch weapons. And then I switch weapons. Yeah, you actually can just like infinitely give yourself reloads just by yeah, okay, well, I mean, I was an idiot there. I guess what that means you can do is, like, on that Dragon Phase 2 fight, I was a little bit worried that I wouldn't be able to Hey, no contact damage. I was a little bit worried that I wouldn't be able to reload fast enough. On that Lich fight, you know, there were a few instances when I couldn't reload fast enough, but I guess what I could do is just keep switching the weapon, manually reloading. It'll keep myself safe. Well, I don't know what happened there. That's kind of interesting. I guess maybe there is some sort of contact damage prevention from enemies that touch you with the shield active or something. I don't know. I'll have to do, you know, more thorough testing than just this 2 seconds at the end of the video. But yeah, that actually maybe makes us a little bit stronger even, because on that Lich Phase 2 fight, I could have just kept doing this. I would have been immune to every bullet, because the shield, again, the shield breaking, the animation of the shield breaking, just like how a table breaks, and while it's breaking, it destroys bullets in an AoE around it. When the shield breaks, it breaks bullets in an AoE around it, so I can just constantly be spawning shields, and as long as I'm, you know, hitting R control and control faster than the shield is breaking, then I'm never going to take damage from a bullet. I'm basically perfectly immune. So yeah, that's an interesting maybe strategy that you could, oh, I guess there's maybe a timer on the shield length or something. That's an interesting strategy that maybe could be abused. On the Dragon 2 it would work. On the Lich 2, where I had the most problems with that, that could work. On the Lich 3, Lich 3 didn't seem to be bullet helly to the same degree as the Lich 2 was. Lich 2 had a lot of heavy concentrations of bullets, like those 4 circles and those curvy bullets that come out of him. I was having a little bit of a trouble keeping up with the reloading of the Betrayer shield. So that's interesting. Very, very interesting. I'll have to keep that in mind. And again, there does seem to be some sort of like actual contact damage immunity when you're using the shield. But even with the shield and the Maiden, I thought that there was contact immunity, but I thought that there wasn't, and I thought that maybe it blocked lasers, but it didn't. Maybe there's some inconsistencies. I don't know. Someone will have to test. Maybe I'll test it in the future. Either way, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Enter the Gungeon.